What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Music Podcast Deluxe.
Featuring Don't Believe the Hype.
And we're about to blow your minds.
Whoa, Muk. Let's lay it back a bit.
Thanks, Dre. Where would I be without you?
Representing Montreal, Canada, we're coming to you straight from the DBTH sound room.
Damn, that sounds tight. But you know we're sitting on a couch, right?
So join us every episode where we're going to be talking about concerts, records, experiences, and everything in between.
Stay a while and let's make some time for music. We are recording right now, episode 4, kicking off.
This episode of the Music Podcast Deluxe, we're going to be talking about something that's very close to our hearts, the Canadian road trip. We're calling it the Highway Special. And the second half of this episode is going to feature an interview with We Are Monroe. We went down to the Belmont Saturday and we had a chance to talk to them right after their sound check.
But before we get into that, we've got some music news for you guys. A couple big bands have announced their 2017 release of albums. Some of them include Muse, Queens of the Stone Age, Arcade Fire, and System of a Down. Of course, how can I forget about them? It's been a while since we've seen albums from some of these artists, and it's going to be an exciting year for music. Looking forward to it.
It's going to give us plenty to talk about, man. You're going to keep these people posted.
Speaking of staying posted, make sure you subscribe to the podcast and also follow us on Facebook at the DBTH Guys. And if you have any questions, any comments, anything you'd like to add to the episode, send us an email at thedbthguys@gmail.com and we'll get back to you.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to keep track of our Facebook page because we often like to post about upcoming shows. Next up is the Damn Truth, February 8th at Cafe Campus. It's their 50th anniversary of the venue, and Damn Truth is hosting a huge fundraiser. You guys got to come down. It's going to be a great show. Muk, picture this. Hands on the wheel, window down, open road in front of you, and nothing but beautiful scenery all around. Maybe your purpose is to explore, try and find something new. Maybe you're running away. In any case, that sense of freedom is infectious. The only thing missing to complete the picture is the soundtrack. This episode on the Music Podcast Deluxe, we're going to be supplying you guys that soundtrack. Welcome to the Highway Special.
As we'll be highlighting just a few of the many possible candidates for the Highway Special, we'll be creating a Spotify playlist and sharing that with you guys, and we'll do our best to post to it on a regular basis so that you always have some new music to listen to while you're taking your road trip.
That's right. Whenever we get inspired, we're cruising down the highway and we hear a kick-ass song, we're going to wait to stop the car before we add it to our Spotify playlist. You can find us on Spotify. If you just search DBTH, you'll see a list of all our playlists. This one specifically is called the DBTH Highway Special.
So where do we begin?
Let's go chronologically. I'll talk about when I explored west of Montreal.
Okay.
So Ontario took the longest. Definitely the most grueling part of the trip. 2 days, we went right through into Manitoba. Then we hit the prairies. Look, everything they say about the prairies is legit. It's like looking out onto the ocean. It's just endless horizon. And the only difference is that it's land all around you. It fucks with your head. After that, you make your way through Alberta into Calgary and you can start seeing the Rockies. We spent some time at Emerald Lake. Beautiful freshwater lake. I actually put my hands in and drank from fresh water.
Did you have the runs after that?
No, dude, it was winter, right? We did the trip in November, so it was ice cold and just wonderful. We then went from Emerald Lake up to Jasper, where basically the Caribous are running the show. They're out in the streets. You can go out to the corner store and see 2 or 3 Caribous on your way. At one point we rolled the window down and we started talking to them. Got all pissed off and he started going up on his back legs. We shit our pants. We had to fucking take off.
Did he fuck up Daddy's car?
No, he didn't touch the car, but we were like really, really scared he would.
Jesus.
You have to understand, it's a big animal.
Yeah, of course. Must be 1,000 pounds.
From Jasper, we went down through Kamloops, visited my uncle, hit up Vancouver, stayed a night there, crossed over the border into the U.S., and then that's a story for another time.
Booked it home.
Yeah, well, this is, we're covering the Canadian portion of that trip.
Of course.
What's cool about this trip is we spent a lot of time in the car. So we had a few traditions. One of those traditions was that every morning we used to start driving. I think by 5:30 we were in the car. Oftentimes that was before the sun came up. As the sun came up, we would listen to M83. Specifically, their album, Saturdays Equal Youth. There's just something about the beginning of that album. It just feels like a sunrise. It just fit perfectly. We made it a tradition. Every morning, if we were doing an early morning drive, we would play that album.
Do we have a good ritual for our East Coast trip?
I would say we just generally listen to a lot of Tragically Hip. I mean, I listened to some hip going through the prairies, but we really rock the hip. Like, I think we listened to every single album when we were on our East Coast trip.
Yeah, and we did, Montreal to PEI and then Nova Scotia. So there's a lot of room for some music. Remember when we were in PEI, we tried to go out and find this famed Cape Tryon? And we took the drive out. We thought we had it found on the map. And must have drove by this damn place about 8 times.
It could have been a dozen times.
Oh, fuck. It was, we were getting so frustrated, right? We would see another lighthouse in the distance. We're like, is that it? And then it wouldn't be it. It was just absolutely fucked up that how hidden this place was.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it was your boss that told you how beautiful it was supposed to be. And it was like, it was a hidden gem, you had to work a little harder. So what did we end up doing? Fucking Danny, hold on. Hello? Yo, Danny, dude, I'm in the middle of recording a podcast right now, man. Hold on a sec. Hold on, man. Let me put you on speakerphone. Yeah, you can go ahead, dude.
I'm on speakerphone. I actually called. I picked up this album from a Montreal producer. He's called Kate Trinata.
Kate Trinata.
Check him out. Full of funk, rap, hip-hop. It's a mix of anything and everything. Fantastic, wonderful style.
Very cool, dude. I will check it out. It's funny you called, man. I just finished talking about our West Coast road trip. Dude, everything cool? Anything specific you called for?
No, all is good.
Okay, dude, are you gonna be up late tonight?
Like midnight.
Yeah, you think I'll give you a call on my way home?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, man.
Ciao.
Peace.
So yeah, we ended up pulling into a neighbor's house and asking for directions. And the guy told us, hey, look, just look over there towards those power lines. He said, go park where it says not to park and walk about 1.5 kilometers down this coast and follow the power lines. And when you get to the edge of the coast, you'll see Cape Tryon. You can't miss it. I was like, what? This doesn't make any sense. Like, why can't we see it from the street?
Such a cool... It was like I was hunting for treasure.
But when we got there, holy shit. What a view, man.
Inspiring. You're on the edge of a cliff.
Yeah, absolutely. And they said that the Coast Guard still use it for...
They said that the Coast Guard still uses that little dirt road that we walked up to go test some maintenance at the lighthouse.
From there, we made our way over the Confederation Bridge down to Cape Breton and back up Cape Breton, destination Cabot Trail.
It's the epic road trip road. You're climbing mountains and driving on coastal cliffs. It's world renowned. It feels like you're in a exotic car commercial driving on these roads.
Dude, just the elevation changes while we were going through. I think we passed at one point on the way north, Cape Smoky. What a mountain. That place must be closed, like permanently closed in the winter. And I think we did see like those barriers, right? If these barriers are flashing, do not pass. Like
it is super steep. I had to go up the thing in second gear.
Coming down was a blast.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just meant to be that the Tragically Hip was just such a major theme of that road trip. I think we listened to almost every album from Montreal to Cape Breton at some point.
Yeah, we listened to their entire discography. Also in a road trip, although we listened to Tragically Hip like a shit ton, we did a lot of hours of driving, so we had a large variety. I think that's important to have a lot of different types of genres, because even if you love rock, if you listen to rock for 14 hours a day, it gets monotonous to a certain point. So we would listen to Daft Punk, we would listen to Justice, we would listen to a bunch of hip-hop.
But you know what? I could say the same thing about some of the older memories I have of taking road trips with the family and just being cooped up in an uncomfortable space in an old-ass car, listening to best of the 50s and 60s rock. Remember those really old tapes?
Yeah, like when we made the DBTH mixtape.
Yeah, we should bust those back out again and take a look through.
You know what? We'll at least share the video on Facebook.
Normally at this point, we'd be giving you the master track. But this episode, we've got something even better.
We had the pleasure of sitting down with Pat, Jay, Ben, and Pete from We Are Monroe after their sound check at the Belmont on Saturday. We talked new single, album, tour, and yes, of course, spirit animals.
Now you're going to have to excuse a few...
Call them audio hiccups.
We recorded in the basement of the Belmont, which kind of smelt like lemon and beer, and you're going to get some noise.
There's a little bit of a vent sound in the background, maybe a couple creaks and cracks every once in a while, but hey, it's rock and roll.
So here we go. Enjoy.
It was actually your title of your new single, Midnight Cruiser, that gave us the idea to do an episode called The Highway Special, where we're talking about songs that are great behind the wheel. I mean, I guess you guys could relate to that, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get into the new single. Looks like you guys have a few bigger Montreal names behind this. Patrick Keefe, I read, and Dave Traina, The Damn Truth, were kind of collaborated with you guys on recording.
Creef, yeah.
How was that?
We did pre with Creef. He came into our jam space for a couple of months, and we would work on the songs. And we worked on a few songs with him, actually. And with him, we were able to discover sort of like a more relaxed vibe, that we hadn't necessarily been successful at exploring ourselves. And he came in, and that's sort of his world, so he was able to kind of bring in the layers and the sort of the
more ambient feeling.
Yeah, the esoteric sort of.
I could hear it in the intro to the song. When it comes in, you could feel it's a little something different than what I was used to hearing on the Funeral EP.
Yeah.
You had I read John Davis was doing the mastering. He's like a big gun. U2. I read Jimmy Page, Florence and the Machines.
Yeah.
So could we expect this kind of collaboration for the entire length of the new album?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
Fine right now.
You guys have a name for the full length yet?
No.
This is still like up in the air.
Yeah.
She's trying to convince you something. I bet. Yeah. Okay.
It's been brought up multiple times. We still need to work on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
We need to hear the final project
Yeah.
before, just to put all the songs in the right or in the perfect order, and then maybe the inspiration will come up.
Yeah. Are we going to be hearing some of the songs from the Funeral EP on the full length?
No.
It's full, fresh new material.
new.
Exciting. Awesome. That's really cool. And I picked up your Funeral single on record, on vinyl. Are you guys planning? Are there any plans to press the new album on vinyl?
When we release it right off the bat, no. But I would like to see it come eventually.
Yeah.
Maybe like to celebrate a year of being having it out or something like that. But
yeah, that sounds
the
like
thing.
a cool
The thing
idea, actually.
with being a band at our level and pushing and trying to do all these things is that when you approach a presser, you got the Black Keys and you got all these bands, and you're right there. You're at the bottom of the list, and we're okay with that. It's just that we wanted to prioritize putting out the record. It's been a long time coming for us, and the vinyl will come eventually when it's time.
Absolutely. And I just caught a little bit of your video upstairs. I had read that you guys did a 48-hour session to record. What a fucking marathon, man. You guys have any tricks to kill each other? I know if I was cooped up with anybody for 48 hours, it kind of get on my nerves.
Well, the first day was okay because it was us playing, so it was nice. But the second day, was like watching the crew doing everything, and we're doing nothing.
Yeah, it was more the storyline the second day, and it was just us hanging around,
eating pizza, drinking
You
beers.
just need to hire the right people.
Yeah.
which we clearly
Take
did.
care of it,
We
yeah.
clearly
No, the
did.
video looked good. You did
Yeah.
something right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so You guys cooped up recording the video. Must not have been that different than recording the album. Like, it's the kind of same vibe. You're in the studio type thing, close quarters, this and that, right?
Yeah, well, it's a good point to bring up, and there's a parallel there that exists because we did all the tracking, the main tracking anyways, all the music part in these little weekend bursts. You know, we'd book 3 days in the studio, we'd bang out 3 or 4 songs, and then after that we'd go in on off nights and do vocals or overdubs or whatever. But the core of the recording was done in these little increments, and so in a way it does parallel the video being done
how the video
way.
was done. Yeah. Everybody's creative process is a little different. That's cool. Interesting to hear. Facebook. You guys are pretty active on Facebook. You're kind of always posting new stuff and this that. I just spotted it.
Yeah.
Is that all you?
Roxanne,
yeah. It's all thanks to Roxanne.
She does a great job. I happened to read a post where you guys were featured in an article from Texas, which I thought was really cool. Yeah. The guy was kind of
again.
That's you too.
Yeah.
Really?
No. She got it up.
No, it's really cool because the guy was repping Montreal as a whole, and I think that's what he said about the Montreal Indie-Rock scene, which you guys are representing, is true. Do you think there's something special about the city that kind of cultivates that, or is it just a matter of timing?
I definitely think there's something going on right now. There's a lot of great Montreal bands going on. It's a shame we don't hear about them more. But definitely, there's a lot of things that are helping us. Like Shom, for example, is definitely something that I find is putting local music on the map, not just in the city, but all over the country.
I'm loving what Shom's doing. Yeah, I could totally agree with you.
And they're diversifying just the styles, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
indie artists.
A chance.
Yeah, people that aren't necessarily signed to a major label. Often radio shows won't even turn an eye. So yeah, it offers a lot of support to you guys. Another Facebook thing I saw, you guys delivered your own merch.
Yeah. That was also.
We're going to spend the whole interview. If this is what it's going to be like, we're just
No, but my question is for you guys. Did you guys so you went inside strangers' homes?
Yeah.
You see any weird shit or any cookies?
Yeah.
When we left, there was more cookies.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the first place that we went to, it was really cool because we walked in and there was records, vinyls, just fucking all over the place.
Yeah, I think
just kind of
it was the day after Vinyl Day or whatever. She
Something
bought 30 vinyls.
No, but there was boxes of vinyls all over.
It was almost like a home invasion. She opened, she cracked the door. She was like, "Hello," and like, boom! Hey, hi, we're Monroe.
That was a cool idea.
That
Yeah.
idea came from a joke.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember who said that joke. Said, "Oh, we should deliver in person the record," and I said, "Oh my god!" And after a couple of weeks, it became "Okay, man, this is a great idea," and I'm really happy we did it because it was nice to meet for the first time the people who
support us
and like us. It's good to.
They're important.
Yeah, definitely.
The truth is, we lost our distribution for vinyl, and I don't know if you already tried to ship a vinyl somewhere, but it's $13-15. It's really expensive. So
I know.
Right after we lost that deal, we got an order in Longueuil. So I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it myself, and it was fun, So I think that's where it came from.
Yeah, the first place we did was really awkward because we were, I think,
I could only imagine.
even us, and not only us, but the other.
The girl,
Not only the girl,
the
but
fan.
Yeah, we were all shy and all that.
Yeah.
But it's after a couple minutes, it became really cool. And the second place we did, we were more ready to.
I think we had some rum in the van or something.
Liquid courage.
Oh yeah. We loosened up.
Yeah.
Okay, personal question, because I deliver small packages for a living, and I know the city very well. So I was listening to your funeral EP, and I saw a song called Old Orchard, which was one of my favorite off the EP. Mm-hmm. Are you guys from NDG, or am I reading into it too much?
No? Old Orchard came
because
so
we
what,
played a show at it.
No. What happened is that when we write songs, there's never a title right off the bat.
It's working title.
And so we'll just say something stupid, and more often than not, thank God, we come up with another title. But that one was about Old Orchard in the States. I think we were talking.
I think we were on vacation.
I think we were planning a vacation to
to
Old Orchard.
when I got back.
Was that Maine, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maine.
Oh, yeah.
So Yeah, we
There's
have working
like-
titles and then we have real
Kind of
titles.
like the name Funeral was the same thing. One of us was at a funeral.
Yeah.
While we
And-
wrote the song, so we just called it Funeral.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Tiger
Yeah.
in a Box.
Yeah.
We played a couple of shows with a band called
The Box Tiger.
The Box Tiger, and we did that. We wrote that song at the same time. So
Yeah.
to play a show with them, kind of. So
Yeah.
Cool.
On the Funeral EP, there's a song, the live song, Lost in the Dark. I don't know if you noticed, but
At the end. It was
the
called
end,
Sunglasses, I think,
yeah,
right?
So
yeah.
you see on the title of the song is Lost in the Dark, and at the intro, there's Pat saying that. So the next song is called Sunglasses. And, you know,
Out of habit, I guess,
this
right?
is the perfect example.
that's
Yeah.
the working title.
yeah, exactly. You know.
So the name came before the lyrics and everything. So
Yeah.
Okay, one last question before we close up. What would you say, individually, is your spirit animal?
spirit animal.
Yeah. Putting you on the spot, right?
Yeah.
I'm a tiger.
A tiger.
I'm a tiger.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I roar and I bite and I claw if need be.
I passed a test at my work.
Pete?
Who assign you
Yeah.
whatever you say, and like I'm in the middle of lion and golden retriever. I don't know why, but it's my work. They know what they do.
I'll say probably the pug. I don't know. I'm kind of lazy and you know
Something with ADD, I would say.
with ADD.
Attention deficit disorder.
okay.
Hyperactive.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, probably like some kind of animal that hibernates,
Bear?
or like a bear or something
Yeah.
like that.
I would probably be bear dude also. Yeah.
Just because it's like when you're out and you know, especially in the context of the band and stuff, it's like when we're in it, like when we're in the zone and we're focused on putting on shows or touring or you know recording or whatever it is. It's like we're really focused and honed in on what needs to happen. But then the rest of the time it's like you kind of lay back a little bit and take it easy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess we could expect the tour coming up, springtime, something like that. Album in April.
Yeah, there's
So
dates.
soon after that.
Rox, what's the dates looking like so far?
Oh my god. I don't know. He's better than me for that.
Yeah, we've got you know Ontario and Quebec sort of like in the works. There's already some dates confirmed
For the album or for spring?
for now as we put out the single,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna do another run when the
We have
record comes out.
Sorel, Quebec, Sherbrooke,
Ottawa,
Ottawa,
Kingston, Toronto.
Huntingdon.
Go back
Making
to
your
Huntingdon.
rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so if anybody wanted to keep up with the events and you guys coming up, shows, news, this and that, Facebook would probably be the best way to
Social
go.
media and
Yeah.
and wearemonroe.com for sure.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. This was a
Having us.
pleasure.
Yeah, thank you very
Thanks a
much.
lot.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
I had a blast doing this interview. They're such nice guys. Thank you to We Are Monroe for letting us come in there and ask you a few questions. Thanks, Roxanne, for organizing the whole thing. And if you haven't already, you got to check these guys out. Cannot wait for the new album. Midnight Cruiser's already out there on SoundCloud, so you can search that. We're going to be posting links on Facebook where you can find them and find their music.
Don't forget at the same time to subscribe to the podcast. Check us out on Facebook at the DBTH Guys. Shoot us an email at thedbthguys@gmail.com. Let us know what you think. If you have any bands you want us to check out, any music to talk about, let us know.
We're going to end this podcast episode with some audio we recorded from their sound check. This is them sound checking Midnight Cruiser, their new single. See you next time.
And remember, everybody,
Make some time for music.
It's fucking important.
Taking all the world to take its toll.